Alright everyone, today we have a catastrophically dirty 2018 Ford EcoSport. It hasn't been cleaned since it was bought 6 years ago. It is absolutely disgusting. Looking at the rims, there is so much brake dust buildup that the inner barrel, which is supposed to be silver, has turned completely brown. Look at how bad that is. Up here, the suspension, which is supposed to be black, and wheel well liners are completely brown, super gross. The paint is covered in dust and water spots from being left outside. Super disgusting. The windshield has a big old crack in it, so I have to be careful with that. The plastic trim is brown with dirt, as you can see right there. The back is really gross too. Here's some of the supplies I'm using. A couple of IK foam pump sprayers. A whole bunch of brushes, that's including 2 Adams wheel woolies and a couple of rim brushes. Pressure washer from Craftsman. The stubby nozzle from Chemical Guys, the torque version with the Griot's Garage pressure washer tips. So let's go. So this is the first wheel we have to clean. And you can see, soon as the Adams wheel and tire cleaner hits the rubber, instant reaction. Look at all of that brown gunk coming off. Super gross. It is insane how dark that is. I mean, it didn't look that bad, but man, the Adams is really pulling out all that gunk. Adams is probably my favorite wheel cleaner. I just don't like how you can't dilute it. One of my other favorites is Meguiar's non-acid wheel and tire cleaner. It's very good too. Now we're going to agitate with Adams' stiff bristled wheel brush. And look at all of the gunk and nastiness coming off. Super gross. Now we're using the Easy Detail large wheel brush to clean the inside of the barrels. You can see it's doing a pretty good job. It's a little hard to see in there because it's dark, but you'll see that it does a very good job. Now we're going to hit this up. I have the 15-degree nozzle installed on the pressure washer with a 2.5 millimeter orifice on the nozzle. So it'll run this 2100 psi pressure washer at around 1500 psi because of the larger orifice. That'll get it to about 1.3, 1.4 gallons a minute, something like that. So you can see on the right hand side of the tire all of the stuff that has fallen onto the ground next to that foamer. So bad that dirt is splattered all over the foam sprayer right there. So now I'm grabbing some iron remover. Now that is Adams, is what the bottle says, but you're saying, well, Adams remover is brown, isn't it? Well, it's not actually Adams iron remover, it's 3D BDX. What we're spraying right now is Meguiar's non-acid wheel and tire cleaner. See, it's nice and thick and foamy, even though it's diluted 2-to-1, which is more economical. Now, in this pump sprayer is Adams floor mat, rubber, and liner cleaner. It's doing a very good job and smells fantastic. Helps kind of cover up the awful egg smell of the iron remover. I found in a previous test that it did a fantastic job at cleaning wheel wells, so that's what I have chosen to use it for. And of course floor mats as well. But most wheel wells have a lot of rubber, which is similar to floor mats, so I thought, maybe it'll do a good job, and it does. See, the brush gets stuck right there. So I have to grab the rim brush from Easy Detail and scrub it out that way instead. Getting in there, make sure to get behind those rims and get all of that nasty brake dust out. Now we're going for rinse number 2. Getting all that stuff off. You can see as I pressure wash, tons of dirt is just sliding off of the wheel wells and suspension. Look at that pile of gunk that's washing out on the right hand side of the tire. Absolutely disgusting. Ugh, look at that. Super gross. That was all just stuck in the wheel wells. Fortunately, it's rubber on some parts, but it's also carpeted wheel liners, which is terrible. Unfortunately, my own car has that too. But I also don't let my car go 6 years without cleaning. It gets cleaned usually once or twice a month. Spraying more atoms on. In this video, you'll see me using multiple different cleaners and I should say steps to clean wheels and tires. I'm trying to find which one works the best. You see the Adams angled barrel brushes, wheel woolies, whatever you want to call them, getting in there and scrubbing out a lot of that brake dust, which is still stuck inside the rims. I mean, it's coming off layer by layer as it went on. It eventually mostly came out. But pretty disgusting. See all the brown foam coming off. Can't believe how much was in that. You can still see the brown gunk from the previous wash with the pressure washer still sitting on the ground. Can't believe all of that was just inside the wheel well. One wheel well. And this is just one of 4 wheels. Now I'm running the pressure washer to blow off the brush, and here we go. Now I'm going to try the Meguiar's non-acid wheel and tire cleaner on the inside of the wheel wells. Really didn't do much better than the Adams, so I decided to keep using the Adams rubber mat and liner cleaner. Smells way better too, the Adams. I have a couple of different brushes for using inside wheel wells. Now another coating of Meguiar's non-acid wheel and tire. I'm putting dressings on these tires at the end so they can't be covered in dirt. They have to be spotless or the dressing won't stick. It'll just run off, which kind of counterintuitive. You can see there's still brown coming off the tire. Again, when you never clean your tires in years, this is what happens. So please clean your tires. Cleaning again with the big easy detail fuzzy brush, one of my favorite detailing tools I've gotten in a while. It gets deep into those rims and barrels and scrubs out all of the nastiness. Now we're rinsing again with the pressure washer. Same nozzle. I use the 15-degree nozzle the entire time in the wheels because it really concentrates the pressure and water to blow out as much stuff as possible. You can see more stuff coming out from the wheel well liners. Just look at that big pile of brown gunk that's came out. Ugh, absolutely gross. You can see it running down next to my brush right there. There's black, disgusting sludge and junk. Super disgusting. Cannot believe how much was in there. It's actually insane how much those wheel wells were holding on to. And the rims were coated black with gunk. Now they're actually very clean, as you'll see at the end of the video. After I've dressed and everything is dried, put tire dressing on, and all that sort of thing. You can just see the stuff running down across the bricks. Super disgusting. So now we're going to move on to the next wheel. done with tires, so now it's time for the pre-wash rinse to remove as much junk as possible. So now I'm using Adam's Strip Wash, which is the new acidic one, which is yellow. The car's been sitting outside for a long time, and it's covered in water spots, which have minerals, and this has an anti-salt and mineral chemicals in it, so it should help remove a lot of the gunk that has built up and all of the filth and water spots from rain and dust. As you can see, it doesn't foam very well though, so that's why I'm just using it as a pre-soak and not going to agitate at all. So now we're using Chemical Guy's Mr. Pink inside of the Griot's Garage Boss foam cannon. As you can see, it foams extremely well. We're going to coat this entire car in delicious suds, and it smells fantastic. Alright, so you can see here that I'm using the Griot's Garage Wash Mop. This thing is fantastic. Saves my back from having to bend down and reach up. Has a really nice swivel head, and the pads actually stay on unlike some of the other ones I've used, and it works really, really well. As you can see, it's able to scrub off all of that dirt. Alright, so now we're using Chemical Guy's Galactic Black. It is a fantastic trim and tire dressing. Look at the results. The trim is so dry, I didn't even have to wipe it off because it soaked every single bit of it up. So as you can see, the Chemical Guys Galactic Black trim dressing did a fantastic job on this extremely faded plastic. It was so dried out that the Galactic Black soaked into the material and barely had to be wiped off at all. Every part of the trim was that dried out. I mean, it's 6 years old. I doubt it's ever had trim dressing put on it, but the dressing made a huge difference. We are now done with the EcoSport. See, it's looking significantly better. Wanted to clean the windshield more, but the crack in the windshield prevented me from doing that. Didn't want to damage it. The seats are looking significantly better. Not perfect though. The carpet is fantastic though. Came out very, very clean. And the back seats came out very clean as well. The amount of dirt that was inside and outside of this car was astronomical. The trim is looking significantly better, and everything is much, much cleaner. So I hope you enjoyed this detailing video. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.